Greetings, everyone, and welcome back to the Midweek War! We are back. I am Mad Mike. We are here to talk some NXT. Oh, man. Wow. Big day for NXT. Big day. With me, as always, to talk about NXT is the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you, sir?
I am fantastic. I'm excited to talk about midweek wrestling because I haven't got to talk about it for a while. So this will be fun.
Yeah, sorry about the delays and the late shows and the non-shows. Blame New York Comic Con. Blame my schedule. Yeah, but we are here. We are back. We are ready to talk NXT, and we are going to do this the exact same way we always do. Eamon, what's your word for NXT?
My word for NXT this week would be God, come back to me. I can't think of it.
Okay.
Damn it.
My word is going to be crossroads.
Yeah.
I kind of also want my word for TNA to be crossroads, but like in a completely different meaning. I don't know why. I don't know if I can make lucha like my lucha word crossroads. Maybe. Oh, fuck yeah, I could. All right. My word is gonna be crossroads for all 3 episodes, and it will mean something different for each show. I'm making that vow right now. All right. So, Eamon, what is your word going to be?
My word is gonna be. My word is gonna be rude, because it has 2 meanings.
Yes, it does. How rude. How rude. It was pretty glorious. Okay, so Eamon, basically, I mean, last weekend actually we didn't miss too much. We missed Andrade turning on Cedric after they lost their match, and some more like Joe beating up people.
Yeah,
that was basically it, right? I mean,
that was a great debut from Dan Matha.
Oh, poor Dan Matha. Poor Dan. Like, not really, but poor Dan Matha.
If we were gonna do last week's show, my bad would have been Dan Matha's back knee. It was really bad. Also, I think he's cross-eyed. Like,
if he wasn't, he is now.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. I mean, last week I was able to watch it, but wasn't really able to talk about it because con. Okay. So this week, what would your good be, Eamon?
I have a toss-up between 2. My good, I out of those 2, my good's gonna go to the Sanity debut.
Yeah.
It was they were announced that they were going to be a part of the Dusty Classic, and they took on Bobby Roode and Ty Dillinger. And we originally found out the first 2 members of Sanity were Sawyer Fulton. He's doing things.
Hey, good for him.
Good for him. He was we drafted him to Raw in the fantasy drafts for another team because we thought it would be punishment. He's teaming with Alexander Wolf, and they had the match with Roode and Dillinger while they had 2 other accomplices at ringside. By the way, side note, really loved their entrance. I thought it was really well done.
It was creepy, but not like in a Decay kind of way. Like, and I think TNA's trying to copy it.
They are. It's very Shield-esque, but also still it has enough differences to what the Shield was. I think they've done maybe it's also because NXT's done a really good job with like entrances and that kind of side of things, but like just the way they frame certain things and the way they made it looked really great.
It kind of reminded me of Mr. Robot.
Yeah, very much so. But then they had the match with Roode and Dillinger. To which Roode, it literally lasted 2 minutes, if that, because Roode attempted to save Dillinger and then realized, nope, I'm okay, and then just with his robe still on.
Yes, he never took his robe off. That was the best part.
Right. Perfect just really amazing. And I'm excited for assumedly the Bobby Roode Ty Dillinger program that'll be going forward.
We'll need a big match. We'll need another big singles match because I assume the finals for this are going to be a Takeover Toronto, right?
Yeah, I think either that or the semis and the finals.
Okay. So we'll need some big singles matches, and we got a couple of announcements to make after we get through our good, bad, and change.
We do, but yeah, there's they picked up the win, and then the smaller of the accomplices began to attack Ty afterwards.
I loved this so damn much. It was perfect. It was perfectly done.
Which they revealed to be the former Nikki Storm, now Nikki Cross, which was, I think, a cool surprise. I like that they're doing – it goes to some of the stuff we'll probably talk about later in the show, but that they're finding new stuff to do with some of the women and giving them roles. And I like that they put Nikki in this role of, being one of those Sanity members. Mm-hmm. And then the leader ultimately revealed to be Eric Young. Which I thought was really cool. It did give I didn't notice it until people pointed it out. The Canadian flag on his jacket did give it away.
I saw it immediately. I'm like, oh, that's Eric Young. This is going to be great. And I want to say this. I think if Bobby Roode knew that was Eric Young, he would have gone right back. It'd been like, oh, it's Eric Young. Go back in, save time.
I like that it was super convenient that Roode walked out before Young got revealed. Like the universes haven't crossed yet. I think that's really cool.
I think it's also really funny that Eric Young is once again aligning himself with someone who used to be named Storm.
Yeah, exactly. It's perfect. I thought it worked really well. And I didn't mind that it was a shorter match. Like I didn't like. Obviously, when people think of a tournament like this, they think of really competitive matches throughout. But I thought this was good.
Well, yeah. I mean, when I saw that it was Ty and Roode against Sanity, I'm like, that doesn't seem accurate because neither of those entities can really lose.
Right. Yeah.
So I mean, you kind of knew it was going to be something like this. And doing it in the first round is totally fine. If they did this like in the semis, that would have been a little bitter pill to swallow. But doing it in the first round is totally cool.
Yeah, totally. I thought it worked perfectly. And I'm really enjoying the debut of Sanity. I also really love Bobby Roode's post-match promo where he was like, Ty Dillinger begged to be my partner in this.
You guys, Bobby Roode is really good at doing things.
All my worries about Bobby Roode coming to NXT have been pretty much swept away. Like he's doing really great stuff right now.
I'd say your worries about Eric Young should be swept away too.
Well, yeah, I think, especially with the presentation and stuff like that they showed. I also just think it's also really cool that we have a stable, really, because it feels like so long ago, a proper stable.
And it's not just a stable. It's a stable with a tag team, a singles wrestler, and a female wrestler.
Yeah.
When was the last time we had that?
In WWE.
In WWE. In wrestling, it's, we've had it. Like Worldwide Underground is a thing, obviously. But in WWE, I don't remember the last time we had it.
It's like I can't even think of any time, really.
Well, no. DX.
Yeah, DX would be the closest.
That's what immediately springs to mind. But otherwise, I can't think of any that had a singles, a tag, and a female wrestler.
Because normally females usually are kind of, for the most part, are in their own world, so to speak, in WWE, where they're very distant from what the men do. Very rarely do they interact. So I like that Nikki's in there. And I think it also, like you said, not to say that Eric Young has flaws, but could cover up some stuff that, like maybe Eric kind of showed in the match with Joe, as far as style-wise and stuff like that. The presentation of it could really go a long way. And good for Fulton and Wolf for, finding something and getting a shot at something, really. Yeah. Because it feels like those are guys that are okay, they've been here for a long time. what are we gonna do with
them? It's like the Jason Jordan and and Ty Dillinger thing, kind of like, all right, we gotta use these guys. We have to do something with them. But yeah, like I already feel more invested in Sanity in one episode than I do for TM61 or for the Authors of Pain combined.
Yeah, and we don't really have a backstory on them either. So
yeah, no, but you know what? It's enough. Like, we know Eric Young.
Yeah.
Like, we know Eric Young's personality, and we know that that's like his thing. So we don't necessarily need a backstory for it just yet. Right now, the presentation is exactly what you need.
Yeah, and I was kind of worried that that they were going to be too similar to the Authors of Pain, like just in presentation wise. But I think they've done enough to differentiate them to where it's two very different things.
Yeah, definitely.
Which I appreciate. But yeah, I'm excited for that going forward. What's your other good for this week?
My good this week, it's gonna go to Billie Kay and Peyton Royce.
Yeah,
I love it. It's an NXT women's division staple. 2 catty women insulting a third.
Put them in a tag team.
Put them in a tag team. It's tried. It's true. It always works, especially if the 2 women have accents.
Well, yeah, because I feel like ever since they signed the 2, it's like they're kind of made to be a tag team.
Yeah,
like both are Australian. Both got signed like around the same time. Like, I don't know why. Like, I think they still work with their gimmicks, but like I didn't know why they like gave them these 2 separate gimmicks that are really kind of different. But like I think it still works. Like, but like you said, all they have to do is be like catty and make fun of Morgan. I'm sold.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the moment when Liv Morgan finds that mirror and eventually turns.
Yeah,
it's gonna happen. That's how it always happens.
Yeah, the match was good too with her and Liv. I thought it was.
Yeah,
well done.
The match was. I mean, they're getting there. We're not quite where we should be with the women's division. More on that later. But yeah, I mean, they're getting there. It's gonna take a little while. Like the women's division, especially, got fleeced. So we gotta build some people back up, and I think they're doing a good job with it. No one's ready to take Asuka yet, obviously, but
yeah.
But I mean, they don't have to be because of things we're going to talk about later.
Right.
So, Eamon, not every show is perfect. We all know this. What will be your bad this week?
My bad for this week, and it may also be my change. Depends how I phrase it. My bad for this week, I feel really bad for Buddy Murphy and Wesley Blake. I feel bad that they got the Samoa Joe treatment.
Yeah.
Because I feel people didn't know what to think when they were wrestling, like when they first came out to wrestle each other, and then they started to do stuff, and I thought the crowds was slowly getting into it. And because I think people, personally, like I'm cool with both of the guys. I think Buddy Murphy has a lot of potential, and
yeah, when I was watching that match, it was almost like watching Bart Gunn versus Bart Gunn.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like both guys are good. But they never really had that thing that put them over the top.
Yeah, but like as soon as they started like wrestling a bit more, I was like, okay, I want to see where this goes. Like I want to see where this match kind of goes. And I was like, oh, they're kind of in like the main event spot. Like that's kind of interesting. And then Joe just came out. Well, Buddy got a cool dive in, which is nice.
Yeah. He did like a really sick planche over the top.
Yeah, but then like Joe came out and wrecked them, and I was like. And I've loved the Joe stuff recently. I wish they would have done it for a different match. And and this sounds really shitty, but stay with me here.
Okay.
You know what match he should have done it for?
Liv Morgan versus Billie Kay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to. Like,
he can just intimidate them.
But that's the thing, because he said he would raise the stakes. He would raise the stakes if Regal wasn't going to give him what he wants. What if he went after Liv and like tried to like intimidate her or something and made it look like he was going to beat her up? That would give Regal enough incentive to be like, fine, take action.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just feel like sacrificing Murphy and Blake, because now where do they go? Like,
I mean, they both feud with Samoa Joe, right? Naturally.
Totally. Absolutely.
I mean, I'm with you on that. Like, I don't know why Blake and Murphy were fighting, but I kind like halfway through, like you said, I kind of wanted to see what was going to happen.
Well, I know why they were, but because we've had them have dissension for like what 5 months now.
Well, I mean, but they were officially broken up, and there haven't really been any segments with them like, hey, top that, Murphy. Like, there were because they both lost everything.
Well, there was. I remember they did that once, but it was just on the YouTube channel. Like they didn't feature on the show, but it was like I think it was when one of them wrestled Nakamura and one of them wrestled Ibushi on the same show. Yeah, and then like it was literally them being like basically like that, like yeah, top that, and then like Blake comes in like with his ass kicked by Ibushi, and Murphy just comes by. He's like, hey, how'd that go? I like Blake and Murphy, like as wrestlers and as guys with potential. I want to see what they can do. Like, you know, I feel like they should have given them something.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully we'll get maybe another blow off at the pay-per-view.
Maybe that'd be cool.
Like,
I mean,
like it'd be really funny if they're like, Mr. Regal, we want a cage so no one can interfere in our match.
And I was so worried. Like,
have we ever had a cage match, jobber match?
That would be great.
That would be really amazing. Like,
I was very happy with the crowd in this match though, because I've crapped on the Full Sail crowd recently. I was waiting for them to start a "We Want Alexa" chant. Like I was just waiting on that because it would have fit perfectly.
Well, I mean, don't
like,
we all?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but I think the crowd was slowly getting. My bigger problem with it was the crowd was slowly getting into the match. I felt. Mm-hmm. Like, if this was just a match where the crowd was dead and Joe came out, then it would have gotten that pop.
Yeah.
But, like, I feel like the crowd was into this match, so it was like...
Yeah, I think they started getting into it. Like, once they realized who they were supposed to be cheering and who they were supposed to be booing, because, honestly, it's been unclear. Like, Blake has seemed a bit more heelish, but Buddy Murphy hasn't exactly endeared himself to anyone.
He's beautiful, blonde, bodacious... Every other B word.
Yeah, that's God. Yeah, and boring. They forgot that B word.
Oh,
I'm kidding. How about blah? That's a B word.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. My bad this week. It's gonna go to Peter Griffin versus the Chicken.
Okay.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Samoa Joe.
Oh, really?
It's going to go to them. Too many times. Like, I get it. I understand what we are going for here. That didn't need to stretch out as long as it did.
Yeah.
Especially for the underwhelming announcement that it's just going to be a one-on-one match.
Yeah, that's the thing that kind of got me, was that Regal's like, they'll wrestle. One-on-one. Okay, because that thing made it seem like you were going to add some step. Okay, whatever.
I mean, we still could, I guess. But
yeah.
I mean, I feel like if you're going to have an extended 15-minute, like, oh, holding them back, and they're going again, and they're holding them back, and they're going again, and like 5 times. Like,
Yeah.
But props, did you see Mata from Tough Enough as one of the security guards?
I did, yes.
Good for him.
Good for him.
He was actually one of the good guys on Tough Enough. So,
and it's a dumb thing to like about it. I like when they took Nakamura back and you got to see like the basic
gorilla,
like the gorilla position of Full Sail.
I hope they call that the Dusty position.
Oh, that'd be cool. I think they do.
Ah, awesome. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah. But yeah, it was, yeah. There's just something about seeing that side, because especially with NXT, everything's so like whitewashed where you don't get to see the backs.
Everything's polished. Everything's polished there.
So I thought that was cool. Yeah. But I also thought it was cool, like that one time when the Revival jumped Ciampa out of the interview area into the building. I'm like, that means they filmed it at the same time. Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I understand what you're saying now.
All right. So Eamon, do you have anything you'd change about NXT this week?
Well, my change would probably be the have Samoa Joe stalk Liv Morgan, I guess. Can I also, now that I realize since from last week's episode, can I also give a bat to something from last week's episode or a change? Or it's probably more of a change. Patrick Clark.
Oh, I forgot about his gear.
Well, no, it's not just the gear. Because he has a match with Rich Swann last week. And during his entrance, he clearly does something too suggestive. Because the crowd goes like and you can see people's reactions and you can see Rich's reaction, but the camera's just on Rich and stays on Rich for too long.
Mm-hmm.
So it was clear like they cut something. Can we make better attempts at this whole LGBT initiative, WWE?
Wait, what did he do though?
I don't know. I don't know because you couldn't see it.
Okay.
But like it was definitely something where the crowd like had a reaction, and he was definitely being very like
flamboyant.
Flamboyant.
Hey, Eamon, some people just get in that ring to touch big, hot, sweaty men. I mean, some people do it.
At least he's being honest. But yeah, that was my change.
God damn it. My change. It's the same thing I mention every time these guys are on. TM61, speak. Give me something. Yeah. Give me something.
They got a tournament win.
Anything. Yeah. Give me. At this point, I would have preferred Tino Sabatelli. You know what? Because I know about Tino Sabatelli. You know how I know about Tino Sabatelli? Breaking Ground.
Right. Well, yeah.
I would have preferred him.
I that was my other possible change, possible good. I thought that match was really good.
Yeah, no, the match was fine. I have nothing against TM61 as wrestlers, but they need to talk. Abra la boca. Come on.
I don't know if we're going to see more of Tino and Riddick based off of a match they had on an NXT house show that.
Probably not.
That caused an injury. We'll get to that, but
I didn't hear about this. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's a third thing we'll talk about. That
breaking news.
A third thing that Mr. Regal announced.
Breaking news on the Midweek War.
Yes. I'm surprised you didn't hear about it. But I thought they did well in the match. I was worried how Tino and Riddick were going to come off, and I thought they came off well.
Yeah, I really like them.
They came off like they knew what they were doing, which is good.
Yeah. I really enjoyed it. Like for both of them making their debuts in the tournament, I thought they were really good.
Yeah.
All right. So Eamon, where would you rank NXT this week?
Ooh, this is a toughie. It is going to be number 2. I was very debating this between 1 and 2, and I've been for the last couple weeks. NXT has been doing some good stuff lately, I think.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's going to be number 2 for me. I'll get into the reasons why it's a much easier pick for me. I did lucha things this week, Eamon.
You did lucha things.
I did lucha things.
You did good lucha things.
I did a good lucha thing. But yeah, it's number 2 for me this week. I really liked, the Sanity debut. Like that was key. Like the rest of the show could have been shit, and it still would have been number 2 for me because of Sanity. I thought that was great. Everything about that, Bobby Roode leaving, all that stuff, it was perfect.
Yeah. Oh, Simon, because I just thought of this. You didn't like Shane Thorne of TM61 trying to kiss up to the ring announcer and flex towards her? I thought that was personality.
No.
Okay.
Nope.
That's fine.
Eamon, I don't even know.
It was something.
I don't know which one Shane Thorne is.
He's the orange one with the weird hair.
That could be both of them. I wouldn't know.
No, that's not. Nick Miller's very
No, I'm sorry. Unless I'm looking at them, I don't know.
Nick Miller looks like me.
No, you look like Primo. We've discussed this.
Not anymore.
Okay, well maybe all right, whatever. Maybe not the man bun or anything like that.
That's fair. Do you want to get into the news?
Yeah, let's do some news. News hitting you first on the Midweek War.
So a lot of things have happened in the last 24 hours when it comes to NXT.
Yeah, seriously. Tell me the thing I don't know about first, and we'll get to the other two things.
I mentioned the Tino and Riddick thing. They had a tag match on NXT House Show in Florida with Shinsuke Nakamura and Hideo Itami.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Amen.
Unfortunately, a power slam went wonky.
Oh no!
Hideo's actually out of action.
God damn it!
Hold on. Only till December. He says he's going to be on the Japanese tour for NXT. So he's not off. He's not gone for like a year and a half again. He is out of the Dusty Classic. But Mike, what? Mr. Regal announced his replacement to team with Kota Ibushi.
Okay, hold on. Let me guess because I don't know who this is.
Okay.
I'll ask for. Is it someone from Cruiserweight Classic?
Yes.
Is it Jack Gallagher?
No.
Fuck. Is it? It ain't Zack Sabre Jr., is it?
It's not.
Fuck. I'm carrying less and less.
You're making it seem worse than it is.
Who is it? Just tell me.
It's champion TJ Perkins.
Okay.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
They wrestled in the semis. I think that's a cool story you can tell. I think Perkins brings a bit of big stuff to that. I think it's a decent choice for what happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess. I was just really looking forward to that team of Ibushi and
Tozawa.
Oh, Tozawa would have been perfect. I forgot about Tozawa.
Yeah, but that's okay.
God damn it, Mr. Regal.
But like I said, he won't.
Or Ibushi and Metallic. Fuck.
Metallic.
That would have been sick.
That'd be cool too. But yeah, Hideo's only out for like a month and a half or something. He'll be back.
I know, but it just sucks.
Yeah,
I was looking forward to Hideo and Aries.
Yeah,
because I assumed that's what we were going to get at Takeover.
Yeah.
God, yeah.
But
poor Hideo. I feel really bad for him.
Yeah, there's video online of the move, and it's nasty. Yeah.
But
hey.
So speaking of Takeover, Eamon.
Speaking of Takeover.
So, and also speaking of injuries, someone has miraculously recovered from getting hit by the Hogwarts Express. Eamon, who is facing Asuka Takeover?
A returning Mickie James.
Hardcore Country!
This was a surprise today.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I think it's really smart. I think it's a super smart move.
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah, it's such a weird dream match. It's very much like
I don't even know what that match looks like.
I don't either.
Do you think this is their way of saying, "Hey, guess what? We're going to do a women's tournament next, in the coming year."
That'd be a good way to introduce it.
Because could you imagine if they can pull Mickie, Victoria, and Molly Holly back?
Yeah,
just for the tournament. And
I don't know if Molly would do it.
I think Molly would do it.
But like a Jazz maybe, because those are the three that did the King of Trios.
Yeah, Jazz would be awesome too.
He's still very good in the ring. See,
I'm not that surprised. She was good in TNA.
Oh yeah, but she had a kid and all that stuff. So
Yeah, but she had a match after the kid.
You're right. She
did. She had a match with James Storm, for Christ's sake.
But she also had a match after she got hit by a train. So, but no, I'm excited for this. This will be really fun. I don't think Matt Carlin's posted it on the Facebook. I don't think it's taking a shot at the women that are already there. Because
I don't think it is either.
Because I think the story is that nobody can beat Asuka. Nobody's ready to beat Asuka.
I'd revise my position on that because Nikki Storm or Nikki Cross. I think that's a ready-made thing right there. But Asuka's heelish.
But that's also just because of Nikki's past too. Like she has this past reputation of being a really great women's wrestler.
Well, I mean, but honestly, I've never seen her wrestle.
Yeah,
I've never seen her wrestle. I'm just saying, based off of
and based off time,
yeah. But
time-wise, she's still on a level playing field, I think, with some of those girls. But like, and you have to have Asuka on the show, and I'd rather them do this and put Mickey in there as like you want to prove yourself against one of the best, other than just shoehorning someone in there like a Billie Kay or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
And they also don't have to pull someone from the main roster to do it too.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's kind of like having Tyler Breeze wrestle Liger.
Yeah, I think it would have been
only in reverse.
It would have been an insult if they brought someone from the main roster back to wrestle Asuka. That would have been the insult.
I think it depends on who.
It depends. Like if they brought back Sasha to do it or something along that line.
Well, like, I feel like Sasha because she's the Raw Women's Champion right now. But if they brought in Bayley or Nia, I don't think that's an insult. Right. I don't think that's an insult at all.
But I think it's more of a. I think it could be perceived more as one, just because I feel like that's a case of, well, we don't have any girls, let's bring a girl that we already called up. Like I feel like because this is somebody who hasn't been in WWE for 6-7 years or whatever, like, and who has a name value, like you said, it's like a Breeze Liger thing. Like it's much more,
Could you imagine if they brought in Maria?
That
would have been hilarious.
They would have been hilarious. It would have been a terrible match, but.
But yeah, like, okay, if it wasn't Mickie James, who would you have picked? Like outside of the WWE women's division.
I'm trying to think of somebody who would be.
Because I have an idea for a story, and this will require a lot of inside baseball stuff.
Yeah.
But I think Asuka saying that no one else in the division is ready to face her sounds to me like a slap in the face of the woman who's training them.
Oh, that would have been cool.
Like, because I mean, if you can't find someone externally, go really meta and internal about it.
That could be fun.
Like Asuka and Sarah Del Rey. I think that would have been really cool. Like if Asuka is running through these women, like injuring Liv Morgan, injuring Billie Kay, injuring Peyton Royce, like, and every time we go back to the trainer and Sarah Amato's like over there, like, Liv, are you okay? She's like, oh, Asuka's just too tough. Asuka's just too, like, holding her head, holding her arm, whatever. And they're all doing it. And Asuka's like, huh, you Americans, you can't train women very well, can you? Like, would have been really, really good.
Yeah, I think that would be fun.
Because we need
Sarah's
Sarah Del Rey match. That's all I want. Just one Sarah Del Rey match in WWE.
Yeah, and she's got the name value, and she's wrestled Asuka before on the Independents, so I think that could be really fun. I think that would have been a cool way to go about it. Because other than her, like, I can't think of, like, the closest would be, like, of prominence would be, like, a Candice LeRae, but even still, like, that's somebody who's, like, not necessarily completely to that level of, like, an Asuka or somebody like that, or Sarah Del Rey. Yeah,
and she doesn't have, like, the name recognition that Mickie James would have.
Right, yeah.
And, like, especially Trish just announced she's pregnant again, so there goes that idea.
Yeah. Lita ain't doing it.
Brie Bella ain't doing it.
Aw.
Well, no, she's pregnant.
Well, yeah.
But yeah. So, but I would love to see, because you could do that for WrestleMania. Shit, that would be a really cool way to send Asuka off.
Yeah.
To the main roster. That would be really, really fun. Like, and just, like, I think they should do that have Regal and Joe, to send Joe off, too.
Yeah, I don't think Regal's wrestling ever again, though.
I know he's not, but God, I wish he would. All right. So, Eamon, that third bit of news. Now, keep in mind, this third bit might be slightly spoilery. It's slightly spoilery, but it was announced on WWE, so we are speculating.
Triple H took a mark photo with this person, so it's got to be true.
It's got to be true. Eamon, NXT is about to get a lot more boring.
Oh, that's a great way to introduce it. No, I feel bad saying that, but no, I don't. Yeah, I don't completely disagree. Roderick Strong is at Full Sail.
Yep.
The rumors were swirling that he was going to get signed. Cool for him. Like,
I mean, he's probably Austin Aries' partner, right? Like we even speculated about this before on the show.
And they were Generation Next. They just got to take out the E, and it's
Generation NXT.
Yeah. Cool. I'm trying to think of something diplomatic to say other than cool for him.
Roderick Strong has a lot to prove.
Yeah. If you listen to us talk Ring of Honor on the midweek rule before, we aren't the biggest Roderick Strong fans.
No, don't get me wrong. We're not talking about his wrestling. His wrestling, perfectly fine in the ring.
Yeah.
It's everything else.
He's kind of just he's what everyone thinks of when they think of an indie wrestler.
He's indie Randy Orton.
Yeah.
Like and like if you like Randy Orton, you'll like Roddy Strong probably. But
like all those like think of like your wrestling fan friend who had like all these terrible perceptions, like that always crapped on like indie wrestling in like 2008 or something like that, and think of their vision of what an indie wrestler looks like. That's Roderick Strong.
If you've ever played a wrestling video game and gone to create a wrestler, and once you open it up, you just save it and play as that wrestler without altering anything, that's Roderick Strong.
Yeah. All he needs is like four more variations of a super kick and like 630 splashes, and then he's like everyone's creator wrestler.
But yeah, I mean, it should be interesting. NXT has turned me around on people before.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. I look at this as a clean slate, but got some work to do, Roddy.
Yeah.
Got some work to do. Being around Austin Aries is gonna help.
If you think you don't like TM61 because they don't do promos,
but being around Austin Aries, I feel will help him.
Possibly.
I hope it does anyway, because I really dig Austin Aries.
It'll either help him or it will really highlight his issues.
I wonder if the injury to Atami will change where Aries goes in the tournament.
Possibly.
I could see them altering plans on that.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I think that's it for NXT, right, Eamon? Do we have anything else we want to touch on?
That's all the news.
That's all the news that's fit to print.
Yes. That's how things are looking so far.
All right. So Eamon, where can the good people of the internet find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Eamon2Please. You can also check out Inspire Pro Wrestling, the company I work for, over at inspireprowrestling.com, and get tickets for our October 29th event featuring the stars of Chikara Pro Wrestling. Go check us out.
Excellent. And you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machines. Hit us up on our Facebook group. Tell us what you think about the Mickie James inclusion in Takeover. Tell us what you think about Roderick Strong. If you think we're wrong about Roddy, give us some matches to watch. We'll gladly watch and then still maybe probably think the same about Roddy Strong. But we are open to opinions. But yeah, hit us up at Mayhem Show. I do live tweets. I haven't done a live tweet for NXT in a while. I will try and change that next week. But yeah, so for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike, and this has been your Midweek War.